welcome. We've got another edition of the Mod Squad for you. And so today we're taking it in a little bit different direction. We're not going to go any kind of flow or any kind of pose breakdown this week. This time we're going to start to talk about our breath. And this is always something that we try to reinforce when we start our yoga classes, and we talk about the inhale and the exhale as we're moving through the different poses, but we don't always take time to really think and focus about the different types of breath. So today we're just going to go over two different kind of breathing techniques. The one we're going to start with is Ujjayi breath or whisper breath. And this is kind of a great one if you find yourself throughout class kind of losing track of your breath, for lack of a better word. This is something that will be very auditory, and you should be only able to hear your own breath. You don't want people 2 rows ahead of you to be able to hear your breath, but it's something that you can very consciously focus on so that you can kind of bring your mind and your attention back to your practice, back to your mat, and get that inhale and exhale going. So the concept is kind of to build heat. So it's a great breath technique to use as you're going through your practice, because we want to keep that heat in the body as we're practicing so that we can loosen up those muscles, kind of deepen those stretches, allow yourself to kind of challenge the poses if that's where your practice is taking you. So we want to think about the easiest way to kind of explain it is to hold your hand up to your mouth. So you're going to inhale in, and on that exhale, you want to think about your hand being like a mirror, and you're trying to fog up the mirror. So you're going to inhale in, and then on that exhale, think about that breath fogging up your hand. It should be you should feel it more in the back of your throat where you hear it. So just try that a couple of times. Just inhale in. So that's to kind of get you the sensation of that Ujjayi breath. So when we practice in class, obviously we don't want to keep our mouth open, because that's going to let all of that wonderful heat we're trying to increase in our body escape. So when you think about doing this breath during classes, you're going to inhale in, and keeping those lips closed, you're still going to think about forcing that air out through the back. So inhale in. So sometimes it kind of helps to start that breath with the mouth open as you are practicing it, and then close those lips, and so that you can kind of feel that sensation both ways, with the mouth open and with the mouth closed. So I suggest trying to break this one out in a yoga class coming up, especially if you're kind of feeling like, I need something to bring my brain and my mind away from everything that it's kind of that monkey brain we talk about, and bring it into my breath. And so you should be it'll be a nice little signal for you that, okay, I'm doing my inhale, I'm doing my exhale, I'm focused. The next breathing technique I'm going to talk about is kind of our equal ratio breathing. And this is something that I like to use in class, usually in the beginning, because it's a great way for us to kind of focus on breath, because we breathe every day, all day, but we aren't always very conscious, and we don't always breathe very deep. So the equal ratio breathing really allows you to kind of deepen the breath. So you're going to inhale to the same count that you exhale. So a lot of times this standard is like 4 to 6 breaths, maybe it's 6 to 8. So I'm not going to put any particular number on it, because you may inhale a lot deeper than the next person. So I want you to focus on a really full exhale. So you want to sit up nice and tall. We want that breath to even go so that the belly expands, the rib cage expands. So not going for speed, we're going for just nice, slow count. So you're going to inhale. So say we're going to pick count of 4. So you're going to inhale to a count of 4. And then you're going to exhale to that same length. So maybe start with 4. Maybe that felt a little too short. Bump it up to 5, bump it up to 6. So that's something that you can kind of play with and figure out what feels comfortable for your breath. So now the equal ratio breathing, I really like if I need to just kind of relax or calm myself down, if I'm feeling stressed. You know, it's a great thing to do at work. You can just kind of, if you've got a few moments, it's easy enough. You just close your eyes, do a couple of rounds of equal ratio breathing. Inhale in, exhale out. You'll find it just kind of calms that nervous system down, takes you out of that flight or fight kind of mode, and allows you to just kind of settle and move on to your day. And it's awesome in like Shavasana if you're trying to get yourself settled into that final relaxation pose after we've done all of our work. Allow yourselves a couple of rounds of equal ratio breathing to just kind of let yourself relax and settle into your mat so that you can get the full benefits out of your Shavasana and letting yourself relax and soak up all of that wonderful energy. So here's just a couple of tips and tricks for breathing. I hope it allows you to relax and deepen your yoga practice. As always, I want to hear from you guys, so let me know what you want to see on our next episode. As always, email me at themodsquadsf@gmail.com, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.